Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Clarice from Inspired Success. I am so happy and inspired that you have decided to be with me in this journey towards inspired success. I pray that everything is well with you. I am wishing and praying for that because I know that as of now, a lot of us are dealing with the effects of this global pandemic. Last week, we talked about staying positive. We have 6 tips for you on how to stay positive. We already discussed the first tip. So to recap, our first tip is to keep the clutter out of our mind. We are thinking individuals, so our tendency is to observe the things around us and to keep thinking about those which are in agreement or not with whatever beliefs we have. But mostly, we keep thinking about those which we are not in agreement with. The things happening around us, made possible by others, such as the COVID pandemic, are obviously out of our purview. However, the effects on us as observers is something we do have control of. Abraham Hicks would say that if we keep a thought in our mind for 17 seconds, it will take on a momentum. And if we keep on it for a couple of 17 seconds more, they become beliefs or train of thoughts that have a very big effect on our reactions, actions, and our physical reality. So the first tip, which is to keep clutter out of our mind, is to actually stop thinking of the things which are not in alignment with our well-being. We have outlined a way to help you go about this. I'll put in the description box the link for that video. The second tip is to practice gratitude. Being thankful for the things around us, small or big, put us in a position of appreciation. Appreciation is a positive place where we recognize the little or big things around us that we are benefiting from one way or another. To do this, we can probably start writing a journal. For every good thing that we experience, we write it down. It could be as simple as a doorman smiling at us and wishing us a good day. Actively minding those little good deeds and acknowledging them will actually release that good feeling hormone and make our day. And when something really bad happens on that day, we go back to the journal and count all the good things that happened. Knowing that all the good deeds are far greater than the bad deeds, then that should put us in a position of appreciation. The next step to minding and acknowledging the good things around us is to acknowledge the bad or unfortunate events. John Milton said, "Every cloud has a silver lining." If we do not drown in misery from the bad things that happen to us, and if we keep our eyes open, we will notice that something good always comes out of the contrasts in our life. It is the universe nudging us in the right direction. Every cloud has a silver lining, and we mean it when we say every cloud. Your cloud today is no different from the cloud the other day or somebody else's cloud. They all have a silver lining. What is important here is to train ourselves to look for the silver lining. Instead of being resentful, worried, or desperate, we look for that thing which will eventually lead us to the best days of our lives. This is a very effective way of being able to make it through the bad times. My daughter once was so annoyed that her best friend wanted her to accompany her to an audition for a theater group. She wanted to go home already. While there, she was cajoled to audition too. What happened next was something even her best friend did not expect. She passed the audition. Her friend did not. And to add icing to the cake, she got the lead role. She went on to join that theater group for another year. I have a friend who is very dependent on her husband. He drives her to wherever she needs to go, approves all the decisions she makes, and basically controls everything in her life. Then one day, she found out that her husband was having an affair. Her world came crashing down. They separated and she was basically left alone without any form of support. But since she had children, she was forced to work and strive on her own. She now drives her own car, manages her own company, and is thriving. She stopped being bitter about her failed marriage because if not for that, she will not have the strength to make it on her own. and discover a more meaningful life. The whole point of looking for the silver lining is to recognize the fact that everything in this universe is working out for the evolution of the best version of ourselves. Contrasts happen to nudge us to where we should be going. Not recognizing this can have a very serious result, that of self-annihilation. Thirdly, in order to stay positive, keep a healthy body. Exercise reduces the body's stress hormones, namely adrenaline and cortisol. At the same time, it induces the production of endorphins. Endorphins are chemicals in the body which are natural painkillers and mood elevators. When we feel good, it is less likely that we will react negatively to the bad things happening around us. We cannot automatically shift from having a good mood to a bad mood. We will most likely take a beating first before bad mood actually settles in. It is therefore very helpful that we keep our body in shape and healthy. Fourth, we need to be mindful of the environment we are in. Cluttered environment makes our mind focus on a lot of things. Bad events and annoying people actually add to the clutter, thereby making these bad experiences feel more dreadful. In order to assist to keep a positive mindset, keep your space, be it your workplace or your house, neat and orderly. Neat and orderly environments provide a relaxing ambiance. Certain colors also help. So perhaps instead of painting our walls red, we opt for white or blue, which calms the nerves. Reds and oranges excite the human psyche. They are colors which energize. Those colors coupled with a cluttered environment is a lot of work for our brains. If we are going through a particularly stressful situation, being in such a space doubles the stress. Fifth, we need to be mindful of the people around us. We may not be able to avoid the annoying office mate, but there will be people around us who are good-natured or who bring out the best in us. Enjoy their company. Being with friends can boost your spirit and provide you with the emotional support you need. Socializing can keep you grounded and able to stay positive despite all the negative things happening around you. And lastly, go within. Our best friend should be ourselves. Our inner being is our greatest calibrator. It guides us to what is best for us. I would define going within in communion with our inner self as spirituality. Going through the pandemic, through the fear of being infected, the fear of not having enough to survive another day, is one of the greatest challenges of our time. One of the best ways to soothe ourselves out of a miserable situation is to go within, to listen to our fears and to acknowledge it. Acknowledging our fears and the things that put us in an uneasy situation clears our mind. There are always solutions to whatever problems we are facing. This is the truth that gets muddied when we drown in our own miseries. The whole world is contained in this oblate spheroid called Earth. Yes, jobs and projects are scarce. A lot of people are going hungry. But the money did not disappear. The money, while not circulating as much, is still contained in this world. So instead of agonizing over lost jobs and livelihood, find a way on how to make the money move so that we get what we need. Spirituality is the belief that there is something greater than ourselves. It is that great being from which everything came to be. It is that energy which is in all of us that drives us to be the best version of ourselves. It is that divine and cosmic force which unites us, keeping the earth moving on its axis so that life on earth persists. When we go within ourselves, we realize the vast potential that is there waiting for us to utilize and the power that is within us. Meditation helps us connect with our inner self. Meditation is not only effective in relaxing our mind and freeing it from all unwanted thoughts, it is also a perfect time for prayer. During moments of prayer, we can communicate with the divine, listen to the voices within, feel the power that made humankind create the biggest structures, explore the unknown and achieve the impossible. It is through prayer that we can connect with that divine energy where all beings, including the world we are in, came from. Connection with that divine creator reminds us once again that we are part of this universe, which has unlimited potential and limitless power. And when we are in that state, the annoying office mate will seem to matter less. The COVID pandemic will seem to be just a hiccup in time, which is not the end of life, but an opportunity for us to evolve into the best version of ourselves. To recap, our 6 tips to staying positive are: 1. Free your mind of clutter. 2. Practice gratitude. 3. Keep a healthy body, exercise. 4. Be mindful of your environment. 5. Be mindful of the company you keep. And 6. Go within. Next week, we will be talking about meditation. We have actually touched on the subject a bit. You may refer to our past videos, but we will be talking about it in great detail in our next video. In this fast-paced and hectic life we live, it is important that we understand meditation and how it can help us reduce stress, achieve clarity, and help us achieve inspired success. Subscribe for more videos about the law of attraction and how we can achieve inspired success. Hit the notification bell so you get first-hand notice of new videos and freebies. This is Clarice from Inspired Success. I wish you good health, good life, and sending you good vibes. Bye for now. See you next time. Same channel here at Inspired Success.